Hello and welcome back to Coaster Barras for our part 1 of our Europa Park trip.
Yeah, we're splitting it into 2 vlogs essentially because no one wants to see a 2-hour vlog of us rambling around.
And this park is massive. 20 countries. Well, 2 of them are kind of like enchanted forest and stuff, but yeah, more or less 20 areas that are mostly country, so loads to do.
Some of them are bigger than others, so some have got very little in them, but it's still a massive park. Now, full disclosure, we did pop into the park yesterday for several hours.
If you saw our Instagram, you'd know that already.
Yes, we thought we'd try it. The weather was horrible and we were really tired from the previous day.
Yeah, and I had the worst migraine. It wasn't good.
It wasn't good to vlog, so we thought we'd start with these 2 days because the weather's supposed to be brilliant, as it currently is. We did try a few rides on Voltron and one ride on Silver Star, and we do have some controversial opinions based on our first rides on those days.
Yeah, so this morning we're gonna head straight to Silver Star to see if it's any better.
We need some redemption for it potentially. So we're gonna get a front row ride and a back row ride, and we'll take you along the way.
And first up, when you enter Europa Park, is the area of Germany, even though we're in Germany.
The question is, which is the real Germany?
Well, exactly. Germany within Germany.
Germanyception.
Ah, welcome to France. Absolutely stunning fountains. And behind us, we have the Eurosat. The one thing I love about Europa Park is the fact that you can instantly know the area just by walking into it because of how good the facades and the decorations and the architecture. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you are. If you walk into Greece, it feels like you are in Greece.
Yes, and if you walk into Italy, you know you're in Italy.
That's what you call premium level facades and theming right there. The important thing about Silver Star is the restraint has a lot of movement in it. Totally normal, don't worry about that. Here we go, and as a homage to Coaster Crazy Andy, what can you say but send the Silver Star. Woo!
Oh, I got airtime.
Yeah, a bit of airtime, you know, yeah. Airtime. S-bend chicane. Way. That was a better ride.
Not bad, and I got airtime.
And I could feel the rattle here as well. Look at that, Monaco, they're advertising.
Hey.
Monaco and Silver Star 2026.
Yeah, so it is going into the new area then. Makes more sense, to be fair.
Well, as you can tell, we are still in the French area with the Frenchy music, and we just came off 2 rides of Silver Star, front row and back row, near the start of the day, near midday.
Yeah, which was actually so much better.
It was. You could probably tell by the on-ride audio if you could hear it beyond the wind. Last night we rode that once in the front. It was so, for me, it was boring. Just because it felt like there was no airtime, no nothing. It was just airtime hill with no airtime.
For me, it was the worst ride I've ever been on, to the point where I actually wanted to just get off the ride, i.e. the restraint to open and me just to fall out, to put me out of my misery, because it was horrible. And I have never said that about a roller coaster ever. And to the point where I was like, I do never want to go on this ride again. And the only reason I was going on today is for video purposes.
And to maybe vindicate the coaster.
Yeah, so we always say don't base it on the first review. Now, obviously, we went on earlier in the day, and I'm kind of wondering if that's why it's better, because both front and back were miles better. There's actually airtime.
Yeah, because coasters warm up throughout the day, of course. Or it could have been it was a bit colder and it was wet yesterday, so it might just be a weather situation. We can't really tell. We are going to try it later on just to see if it gets worse throughout the day, because again, on the outer seats, you were on the outer seat yesterday.
Yeah, I was on the outer seat yesterday.
I felt the rattle, but it was nowhere near as bad. It's tolerable, it's fine. And the ride was much better, as you say, you got airtime.
Yes.
Because it's an airtime machine, it's got so many airtime hills.
Apart from the middle bit, the midway bit, there's like a break bit there. And it's like you get an airtime and then suddenly you just get plunged into your seat, and it's like, no, you ruined my airtime.
It's changed our opinions. We were glad to come off that ride and be like, you know what, we actually like this ride now. Yes. And the drop on the back is so good.
It's like Vampire, you know, like we had one ride on it in the front, we hated it, and then
never went on it again,
yeah,
and then we went on it and loved it.
So yeah, it's one of those. Maybe it's one of those where you just ride it earlier in the day.
Yeah, or at least give it a few tries across the days, because we were like, that's the most boring, worst coaster we've been on. It's like bottom of the B&M list, and now we're like,
that's actually really good.
I like it now. Yeah, I don't know where I put it, but I like it. It's decent. But next up,
we are going on a cute little tracked dark ride, Madame Freudenreich Curiosities, and I'm sorry if I butchered that, by the way.
Hello there. Dino mates. I'm guessing that's. I mean, she's hardly a dino mate if she's collecting skeletons, but archaeology and all that, you know. Wow. That is a retro computer right there. Wow. It's an old Mac.
Nice.
It's a Mac in a Mac Park.
Yeah, I like it.
Mac for Mac.
It's a good one.
Ooh, I like this. I really like the sock around his neck. That is so cool. It's a scarf, isn't it?
It's a scarf.
I thought it was a sock and I've just seen the end of it. That is so cool. He's got a little jumper on. He's got a jumper on.
Look, he's bathing in the grapes.
I have to question, how does she actually do that with these small arms? That is a skilled T-Rex. Ooh, we're going up a lift hill. That's your specialty, Sarah, there. The dinosaurs raided the fridge. How dare they show footage of me on this dark ride? That is literally me at night time. And that's you. Baking the cakes I'm going to eat.
And that's you again.
No,
Washing all the cake off you.
No, that's our friend Brady. Chilling in the bath for 3 hours. Oh! That is so cool. We got a party. Ali's cute T-Rex. And that's the ride. You know, it might be hard to see us, but if I'm being quite honest, that was a cute little ride. It's moving, so you got omni-mover kind of thing. Honestly, in my opinion, that's kind of like if the dinosaurs survived and they were the ones ruling the earth. That's them. That's how they would like live our lives.
Hey, it was quite nice that they were all living in harmony, even the carnivores.
Carnivores, herbivores, birds, crocodiles, you name it. Even a random old woman, which is the name of the ride.
Exactly. It's her dinosaurs.
But I wonder what's next. But there's only a few things left in France, like the Can-Can coaster, but there's a beautiful looking Euro tower right here, so...
Intimate Euro tower.
If you want to be specific, yes. So we might as well go on it. Let's have a look at the brilliant views around the park. 50 years of Europa Park. Because that is important to mention, it is the 50th year of operation at this point.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll last for more than another 50 years.
Based on what they're building, like the new Monaco area and the Voltron last year, I think they're going to be operating for quite a few more years and making this park amazing.
Yeah, which is great.
It's already amazing.
Yeah.
More amazing-er.
Yeah.
Amazingly amazing-er. It's a real word, I guarantee you.
He's just created that now.
It is. But around the park, they have put so many 50th anniversary things around in plants.
Yeah, in flowers. Really stunning.
Signs everywhere. They're really showing their pride and celebrating it, which is so good.
And down below we have the Ireland area. And then moving swiftly round to Switzerland. There's a Liechtenstein in the middle with the balloon ride. And where we have the bobsled coaster, we have Switzerland, and in the distance there, we have Voltron in Croatia. And of course, Greece. Isn't it cool to have all these countries so close together? Also in Switzerland, we have the suspended polyp, which is the plane ride. And then right next door we have France, with the iconic and beautiful Eurosat dome, where we'll be heading next. And speaking of theming, look at these most beautiful manhole covers.
Yeah, the manhole covers are themed, and that is proper etching right there. That is insanity, the fact that these are all over the park. It's so beautiful.
And up next we have the Eurosat Can-Can coaster.
Which is in the Eurosat Dome. It's actually themed on Moulin Rouge. It's pretty cool. Now keep in mind it is a very, very dark coaster in there, so we will try and show what we can. We'll show you some snippets here and there rather than the full POV, because no one wants to stare at darkness. But look at this queue, empty.
Coaster that is so much fun. It has really good theming and the onboard audio just really makes it, and it's perfectly in this sphere, which just shows you that if you have a good space, makes a coaster.
I'm sorry I'm squinting at you, by the way. I cannot see a bloody thing because of that sun right in my eyeballs. But it's the best place to film. Yeah, it's a really fun coaster. I'm sure you saw absolutely nothing there because, as Andy from Coaster Crazy says, the GoPros are absolutely crap at filming in the dark.
Yeah, so we're actually using my Samsung phone in the dark rides because it's so much better.
Yeah, it's so much better, as you've probably already seen. So whatever you saw, that's it. But it's really intense for a family coaster in there.
Oh, it's really great because you actually go all the way up to the top of the dome and then you just keep going round and round and round all the way down.
Yeah, because Mac do like their essentially rotational lift hills that are going around in a circle. Cylindrical lift hills would be the name.
Hey, they get you to the top and it's good. I like it.
Yeah, because they can kind of show you a dark ride scene along the way in a lot of the rides, so it works quite well.
And you see the top of the Eiffel Tower on the way up.
Yeah, so it's cool. I'd say it's definitely worth a go on a few times. You just can't see anything on the bloody camera.
And there's also a VR upcharge experience themed to the Phantom of the Opera. I found it to be a rather strange experience as you have to walk to the coaster while wearing the VR headset. It was an interesting add-on, which was nice to try, but I probably wouldn't do it again, as I prefer the normal Can-Can coaster.
But unfortunately for me, my headset was lagging, it was all over the place, and it eventually crashed halfway through, so I didn't even see most of it or enjoy the experience. But to the park's credit, they did offer me the chance to ride it again, or, as I took, a refund.
And before heading into the deeper sections of the park, we had a quick gelato break before exploring Germany within Germany. And first up was Steve's first flying theatre experience with Voletarium.
And as you can see here, there is a model of Rulantica,
which is an amazing water park. And if you follow our Instagram, you'll have seen that we actually did go to Rulantica when we first came to Germany.
Obviously we didn't film the experience because we just wanted to have a chill time without having to worry about privacy reasons. For example, people are walking around obviously in bikinis and there's kids walking around. We don't really want to weird people out, so we just decided to enjoy the experience. Despite me almost dying on the Viking slide. I almost died.
He's over-exaggerating, but he did fall off his mat, which is just really ridiculous somehow.
I fell off my mat, I got a head injury, and I scraped my elbows and bruised them, so yes, but it was an extreme experience, so does that.
Fine.
It's a Yeti, the abominable snowman slash Yeti-ish, whatever you want to call it. Suits of armour, a desk, and a saber-tooth tiger.
It's got the Tesla dogs from Voltron.
It does. This is Tesla's machinations in building his ride. Of course, a bit of armour there. For the Dark Souls fans out there. It's not Dark Souls themed, but you know, it looks like it. There's even a dinosaur egg down here. Wait, is that King Kong? It is. Or is it a gorilla? It's a gorilla.
Go expedition.
Yeah, I was like, is that a gorilla? Or is it King Kong? Which is it? And a big, is that an orangutan statue? Skeleton? Looks like an orangutan. Or is it a gorilla?
I think it might be a gorilla, you know.
Might be. Clearly people are just gonna be laughing at my shocking anatomy right there.
Yeah.
As I know nothing about anatomy right there. But like, that's the gorilla, you absolute buffoon. It's like, calm down, calm down. I'm just a random idiot. That's gorgeous.
So, Steve, what was your impressions of the Flying Theatre?
Well, as my first ever one, I have to say, it was almost what I expected. It really does feel like you're flying through the scenery of the video you're watching. It is really cool.
Yeah, that was really beautiful. Like, I've been on some before. Some of them are 3D, where you have to wear glasses. That one wasn't, which means it's really good for camera purposes. You can see it. Obviously, a lot better when you're sitting towards the middle rather than the outside.
Yeah, like mid-level of the middle kind of thing, because you can be up, down, left, right, you can be anywhere in there.
The scenes on that were beautiful though.
They were as well. It was gorgeous. I mean, there was also a preview of the new movie coming later in the year in there, which was actually
coming this summer.
It's coming this summer, and that was probably the most intense part, and that was really fun. But more on that later, because we will be covering that in a separate video. But the merchandise, they've got 50th anniversary merchandise around here, and it's pretty gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, and I love the Letterman jacket.
You do. Sarah's in a debate. She wants the blue normal Letterman jacket, or...
Oh yeah, I've got a bit of a thing for Letterman stuff. If it's a Letterman hoodie, I'm like, yes. It's you might have noticed in the Alton Towers vlog where I was like, ooh, smile, ooh, look, it's a Letterman type hoodie. But yeah.
Yeah, but she can't decide on the colour at the moment because there is a really nice 50th anniversary one.
Yeah, which is like grey and white, which is really nice. It's like sort of like fleece lined in the middle, so it's like really soft. But there's also like a blue and more creamy leather sleeved one, which is also gorgeous.
Except the blue one's not anniversary, but it's a debate between yourself because they're both rather expensive, like 120, 130 euros. So. It's a decision that has to be made at some point.
Exactly, I don't want to get the wrong one
and
spend all that money on one that I don't like in the future, so it's one of those.
But there is plenty of gorgeous 50th anniversary merchandise in there, from glasses to cups to snow globes to birthday cakes. Have you?
There was a cupcake and a cup with a candle.
Yeah, so you can literally crank it out of the can, have a Europa Park cake, and like, hey, 50th anniversary, stick the candle in.
And light it up, yeah.
Yeah, it's just really good attention to detail everywhere. You're gonna get wet. I take all the risks. I got a light spray in there, Sarah. A light spraying. Enjoying yourself?
Yes, quite cool.
Despite smelling like sewage there for a brief second, this it's quite a nice garden, isn't it?
It looks like a hand seat.
There's hand seats, there's loads of garden scenery. There's mirrors everywhere. They are obsessed with their mirrors in the gardens. Don't ask me why.
It's probably because Steve was there when they were designing it.
Are you taking you trying to call me vain? As you sit in your Palpatine on the hand throne. You're quite wet there, Sarah. You got wetness on your legs.
I know. Here's a few drops from the water fountain.
Shocking behaviour.
It's quite a comfortable seat, you know.
And even though the Germany area doesn't boast any massive thrill rides, it does contain some chill fun for the entire family.
Including the Marionetten Bootsvaart, a Mack ride scenic boat ride, the Journey Through Moreland track train ride, a vintage car ride called Oldtimervaart, and a relaxing boat ride called Elfenvaart, or Elf Ride in English. Sorry if I butchered that German.
A lot of farts. And of course, we've arrived in Luxembourg, where we can see the Loop restaurant right in front of us. I always thought Alton Towers was the first to do that, clearly not. However, behind us is the Silverstone racetrack, which, as you can see, you drive your own car. which is pretty cool, so we thought we'd jump on this first.
Yes, and this is the only place where you'll have England next to Luxembourg.
That's actually quite true. I suppose that's true. It's a rare event. It's like the meeting of the borders right here. Although opposite us is the
Ed and Edda's Grand Prix Adventure.
Now this is a new ride. It's a soft opening, right?
Yeah, it's not open properly until the summer when the film comes out, Grand Prix of Europe.
Therefore, we're not going to cover it in this specific vlog. In fact, if you subscribed, you've probably already seen it because we covered it in its own special video, including the full POV and all the goodness.
Yeah.
But for now, let's see who can drive better.
Me, clearly, because he can't drive at all.
I find it rude and offensive. So here we are in Ed and Edda's car.
And this is the lowest probably this car has ever gone.
All right, let's see. Pedal to the metal. Here we go. Hey! Oh, that's a bit. I did not hit a curb. There was no buffet in there.
There was no buffet. There you go. So you can't steer either, clearly.
You want me to go fast? You want speed? There's going to be a bit of curbage.
It's a Grand Prix car. It's supposed to go fast.
Hey, I can actually control it here. Look at this. Hey, left, right, left, right.
Oh, you actually.
You love it, really?
No, I really don't.
Hey, I'm just trying to give you the outer seat Voltron experience.
You're rubbish. I will steer.
Apparently, the steering duties have been taken away from me.
It's very difficult when I'm not the one driving. But,
Hey,
you know.
there you go. I'm reducing speed for you on the corners like you should. Bit of brake.
There you go. Brake. Worst driving ever.
That was beautiful driving.
That was awful.
I was embracing Ed and Edda's.
That was not very helpful. No, Ed and Edda can drive without hitting every curve on the way around.
I hit one curb.
You hit 5 million of them.
There's not 5 million curbs there.
Pretty much every curve you hit.
I'll tell you what though, it's a nice massage to the boot. It's really vibrating that engine. You sat on the engine. And at this point, since we skipped breakfast as per, we were getting kinda hungry. So we decided to take the perfect opportunity and try the iconic food loop restaurant in the middle of the park.
Where I got a Zurich-style veal dish, which was so delicious, I had to go back for more later in the trip.
And I just grabbed the generic cheeseburger. I mean, hey, I'm a basic guy, but to be honest, it was pretty damn good in its own right, and I also had to go back for more on a later day.
And then we had a quick ride on the Liechtenstein balloon ride before heading back to the England area. And who's this I see? A beef eater. Oh, Steve.
The area is so well themed, it literally feels like you're walking straight into a London street as you enter the area. And it contains a few smaller attractions. I mean, you already saw the masterclass Silverstone experience.
More like disaster. But it also has a St. Perla Crazy Daisy themed around London cabs, a London bus St. Perla Junior flying carpet for the little ones, a Mack Rides carousel, a football arena featuring Rocket League inspired dodgems, and the Queen's Diamond, a rather hilarious laser maze.
Oh wow. Ah, crap. Oh. Ah.
$4,200, I beat you. $5,600 I got.
And after getting thoroughly thrashed there by Sarah, we went back over to the Russia area to finally get on the iconic euro-mir.
weren't the only 3 people on the train. The views up here are really good.
Feels like the coaster's going faster today.
It is. That's what I mean. Through that dark ride scene, it went way faster than yesterday.
You might get more intense dropping, right? It's moving faster. Yesterday we were going really slow around here, now we're going like super fast.
And there's only 3 of us on the train.
Yeah. Clearly they can adjust the speed of this part. Yeah, we get a forwards drop. There we go, we got a spin. Well, that was a mostly backwards ride, so... But before we could give our thoughts on euro-mir, we stumbled upon a surprising Europa Park parade about to roll out right in front of us. Well, we've just come off of euro-mir.
And as you can hear the music in the background, I'm not sure if you can, but it's a bop.
It's a right bop and a half, I'll tell you that much at least. And for a coaster that's now 28 years old, give or take, it's still actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean, it is showing its age. It is a bit like rough in places, but it's actually really good fun to play. You know, not bad.
Yeah, the tiny bit of roughdness is not really anything to write home about and be like, oh, it's really bad, horrible. Nah.
No, it's actually pretty fun.
It's pretty fun. And remember, 50th anniversary. It's older than half the park's history itself, so it's been here a while, and it's still pretty good. I enjoyed it. We had more of a spin, I think, yesterday when we came on it briefly. This was a faster, less spinny ride.
It felt a lot faster, and we kind of like the first drop from all the way up there. We were actually facing forwards today. Yesterday we were backwards, and then there's the last section.
Actually, started the POV.
Yeah, we were actually fully backwards, and I think it was more intense going backwards in that second part, you know.
It definitely was, because you don't know what's coming unless you've memorised the ride, so it was pretty fun. Again, yesterday it was slower through the scenes and through the lift hill and everything else. At least it felt slower, so maybe they sped it up.
Because we were further back on the train.
That is a point. Yeah. It very much could be. We've only had 2 rides in, so we can't say.
Yeah, because we were in row 1 just there now in the POV, and we were like third car on the train yesterday, so that could be something to do with it. I don't know.
It very much
speculating.
Could be. Speculating as always, the coaster Barra's way. But yeah, I say it's an enjoyable coaster, not too rough, and it's still decent.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too, and I love the music. But Russia had one more gift to give, a cute little tractor ride called Schlittenfahrten. Sorry, German. Snowflake sleigh ride in English, filled with a colourful winter theme. It's definitely a ride the little ones will enjoy.
It's Christmas!
It's winter in March.
Christmas trees. I mean, in all fairness, we've still not taken down our Christmas tree yet.
Blame Steve.
So this is accurate. It's still Christmas, damn it. But before heading over to Croatia to ride out Voltron, we made a quick pit stop in Greece to sample their offerings, which included a Mack ride Madhouse, Cassandra's Curse.
Loosely based on Cassandra, daughter of the King of Troy in Greek mythology, who gained the ability of seeing the future from the god Apollo. However, her prophecy of the demise of the city of Troy was not believed, so when Troy fell and Cassandra was murdered, she cursed all of those who were to blame. In order to undo the curse, her soul was sealed in an amphora, which is an ancient Greek jar. Many years later, the people had forgotten about Cassandra, and the amphora ended up in a church. One day, someone opened the amphora, releasing the curse into the building, and that's where we have the Madhouse.
Yeah, for me, I rather enjoyed it. It just sits behind Hex, because the ride system was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was our first Mack Rides Madhouse. We've just used to Vekoma ones, and I thought it was really good, really forceful. Obviously, it is in German, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to understand, which is why I also prefer Hex, but I thought it was brilliant.
But along with the water ride Poseidon, which we didn't attempt until part 2 of the vlog, mind you, there's Pegasus, a chill Mack ride steel family coaster which sits right beneath Poseidon's track. It's a better drop than you think. I did as well, I got stomach drop. How do small coasters give you stomach drops, yet Silver gives you nothing? You get airtime but no stomach drops. It's one of those hilarious things.
That was good fun.
Chill 20-second coaster.
And last but not least, a classic interactive dart ride, Atlantis Adventure, where I totally won again, and where Steve almost ruined the vlogs.
I mean, to my credit, I did end up finding the clip. It fell off on the Atlantis ride, but thankfully the staff were very helpful with my stupidity and ended up helping me find the clip without even stopping the ride. It just shows you how good the staff is at this park.
We just had our ride on Silver Star.
Yeah, we fulfilled that promise and headed back there just to see if it was consistent, considering the ride we had yesterday was really bad, and that was at the end of the day.
And the rides we had this morning were really good.
Yeah, so we went there to test it and we were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it was actually really good. Didn't have any problem at all, and there was loads of airtime.
There was loads. It was an airtime machine today, which just goes to show you can never trust it. Like, don't go on a coaster once, Voltron, don't go on a coaster once and be like, oh, this is really bad. Give it another chance. Don't trust your first experience on the coaster.
But now we're left with a conundrum of what was the reason it was so bad yesterday? Was it the fact that it was the weather, or was it a train? We don't know.
Because yesterday it was raining at times and it could have been a really bad train. We had trains 2, I believe, and then we had train 3 for our back row earlier and the back row now.
Yes.
So we've had technically train 3 for most of it.
Yeah, and then so maybe it was train 1 yesterday. We don't actually know. We're just speculating. So it could have been anything. But either way, we're pleasantly happy that we got good rides today.
But as you can tell, we are in
the Croatia area for Voltron.
As you can hear, it's storming past us constantly. Again, we tried it yesterday. We had one brilliant ride on the front row where it was buttery smooth, and then we had 2, well, Sarah was fine. I had 2 horrible experiences on the wing seats.
Oh no, they were rattly even on the inside seats, so I can imagine the outside seat was pretty bad.
It was the worst coaster I've been in my life on the outside seats, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen again today, but it was rainy again, so maybe it was the weather.
Yeah, again, we don't know.
But we'll find out in a second.
And speaking of Voltron, the good thing about getting to go in the extended queue line is being able to witness the theming in all its glory.
Yeah, there's absolutely smorgasbord of theming throughout the outside of the area and the inside, like this cool water jet thing. It smells chlorinated and people don't like to stand underneath it.
It does spray you with a lot of water, to be fair.
It does, and there's also loads of signs of its damage outside, isn't there, on the building and stuff.
Yeah, the flags on the side, they're actually burnt.
Yeah, they're all scorched. Clearly he's had a few mistakes, but then you walk through his little workshop where he's working on miniature machinations of terror.
And once again, you can see on the wood, also signs of the electricity hitting wood.
And you see a lot of it too. And then of course there's Tesla himself, the animatronic puppet, right below the bounce track in there. It's one of those rides where I just absolutely adore the theming. It's probably my favourite themed ride. And you even get a show that Sarah likes a lot.
Yeah, the Tesla Coil show is amazing. There's 2 that we've known about, and they're every so often. I'm not sure the exact time frame, but they're brilliant.
The ejector there. Whoa. Woo. I think that's the furthest I came out of the seat there at the end.
My ears popped.
Your ears popped?
Yeah, going outside for that like little warm.
Oh, that was the rattle.
Fine.
I felt a bit of a rattle, but it was fine.
No, it was like the same as the rattle on all the other coasters.
Maybe it's just me that hates the outside seat.
Really just don't know it.
Check what number it is.
Check what the number is.
If it's 4, I'll be shocked.
If it is 4, I'll not be. Stop sticking your big head in the way.
We just came off of Voltron Nevera, sponsored by Rimac. So, thoughts?
The fact that you had to look over there, I'm sorry. That was funny.
There's nothing over there though, that's the thing.
Oh, dear. Well, we had 2 rides on it. We both got the front row and train 5.
Train 5, both
what
times.
What are the chances?
What are the odds,
Front row on the same train. I mean, yeah, 5 is great. First time I was on the outside and you were on the inside, and the second time we were both on the inside because the 2 people split and they wanted to go on the outside. In all fairness, the outside on that train, brilliant, great ride.
Which Sarah Barra was saying that was a perfect opportunity for me to tell if the outside seat was...
But then the girl already sat down on it,
Which I wasn't complaining because I was a coward. I was like, yes, I'll take the comfortable seat, thank you very much. And
the
brilliant ride.
outside was good. I actually prefer the outside if it's that train.
Well,
I don't know what it's like on the other trains. We can't comment.
This is the thing, right? On part 2 of the vlog, we are going to actually explore a bit more of Voltron, just to truly see if it's a me thing, if it's a train thing, because some people say they can't stand the outside seats, some people say they're fine, but that was such a horrific ride I had when we came before the start of the vlog that I was like, oh, I can't stand that coaster on that seat. But the middle seats are fine for me, so we're gonna have to really experiment on part 2.
Yeah, because people online keep telling different train numbers are bad, and then other people are saying, no, that train's good, but this one's bad, and it's like, which one is the bad train?
Yeah, and it's good weather today again, so we can't tell if that's an issue or not. But besides the point, besides the fact I need to try my outdoor seats on the outside wing seats on part 2 of the vlog, what do you think of the coaster then?
I really enjoy it. It's really good. My favourite part of it is this bit behind us. The inside top hat, because that hang time after the vertical launch, brilliant. And the other Zero G stall, I love a good hang time. And that is brilliant on both accounts.
I have to say the same. The Zero G stall, as well as the inside top hat, the hang you get off that is absolutely mental.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
I know.
Not to mention, after most elements, after you hit the apex of most elements, there's so much ejector airtime. You are getting launched out of your seat.
Yeah, you're pretty much out of your seat more than you're in it.
And I mean launched, I don't mean like on Silver Star where you get lifted into your seat, a tiny bit of ejector. I'm talking about you get thrown into the restraint. It's absolutely insane. It's just beautiful.
Though weirdly on our first ride, my ear popped on it. I was like, why is my ear popping on
It's just
the
the G-forces, it's clearly strong.
It was funny.
But yeah, the entire ride is a thing of beauty if you get a good seat on it. Again, I'm not going to pass judgment until I get more rides on it on part 2 of the vlog, which for us will be tomorrow. For you, might not be exactly tomorrow because we'll space the vlogs out. But I'm hoping we just got a horrible train.
Yeah, we've only had 5 rides, so it's very different.
And I think it was train 7, was it not, that I had that horrible ride on?
No, it was 4.
Train 4, so train 4 is a real question.
And we didn't check yesterday morning when I had a good ride what train it was, so we don't know.
It could have been that one.
Yeah, it might have been, we can't tell because sometimes they change the seat order, because yesterday 4 was after 2, because I remember, and then today it was like 7, 4, 2, 5, so yeah.
The point is, we're going to try more on part 2 of the vlog. We're going to hope that if we do get 4 again, Sarah Bauer's going to take one for the team and try the outside seat to see if I'm just a little coward, essentially. That's going to be it, really.
Yeah, and it could have been like maybe because we were at the front of the train, front of the train's better than the back of the train. Because like if on Smiler, Smiler's front of the train's better than the back of the train.
It is, but it could also be my obesity, which is the way to, I'm wobbling in the wing seat more and going boom, boom.
I don't think so, because other people have the same problem, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. Either way.
There's too many variables. It's hard to know.
We'll try and figure out.
It's like Silver Star, variables.
Variables are important. We'll try and figure it out. Either way, in part 2 of the vlog, we got way more. We got Wodan, the wooden coaster, as they call it, Timber.
We have Blue Fire. And we have the other coasters, and we've got a lot of water rides because we haven't actually been on any.
Yeah, we're saving water rides for part 2. There's a lot more coming, so we're going to explore the rest of the park, as well as answer the conundrum of Voltron. But with that being said, be like a barra.
And keep coasting.
Bye-bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out our Ed and Edda preview. It's already out there. And, of course, part 2 when you see it.
Bye.
Bye.